and welcome to Summer's Sparkling Good Time. I forgot the name of my own channel, y'all. Did you hear that? I did. I did forget the name of my own channel. Today we're working on Charleston Charm by Angela Trotta Thomas. Can you see this? Okay. It's from Diamond Art Club. It's a 65 by 87 centimeter square drill kit. It has 53 colors with, I believe, 3 ABs. 3 ABs. Just going to do a quick WIP and check. Today I'm filming on July 9th, Tuesday, July 9th. So first and foremost, here we go. Many of you who've been around for a while know that I have a 23-year-old daughter who's chronically ill. If you've watched any of the recent videos, you might be aware that I have been a little bit nervous because since last June, something's been going on with her lungs and her heart. And so we had a cardiologist. We have a cardiologist. We got all that checked out. Her heart is structurally fine. We're good. Okay. But no one could tell me anything about the lungs so much. So we got a new pulmonologist that we saw in, I think, either April or May. And we basically went to see him because we wanted to clear Trinity to go back to college. We already have her registered. We just need clearance because she's done not two. I wish only 2. She did 2 1 year. She's done 4 medical withdrawals from college since she started because she couldn't complete the semester. And not only do those get expensive, but it's hard on her. So we wanted to make sure that she was healthy enough to return to college. And so when we went, April or May, I think it was either late April or early May, he said that since he wasn't involved with the hospitalization and stuff in 2023, he would like to see a CT just to make sure that everything's good, that it's fixed itself, whatever. Okay, no problem. So we went and she had her CT done on June 3rd. Well, the CT came back June 11th, and there is a 3 by 3 by 3 by 2 mass in her lower right lobe. They're not sure what it is. They couldn't tell on the CT. And so we called the pulmonologist's office, and he was on vacation. What? So, and the radiology report suggested we do a PET scan. So we went to Trinity's primary doctor, and she agreed that we should order the PET scan. And, we tried to do everything so when we had the follow-up appointment, which was this morning, that we would have all the results that the pulmonologist needed. So on July 3rd, I think it was July 3rd. On July 3rd, we went in for Trinity's PET scan. And it was a pretty easy thing. She said it's very similar to a CT or an MRI. She just takes naps in those. She's so familiar with them. She's like, no big deal. And they put some radioactive glucose in her veins and set her down for an hour, and then they started scanning her. And so then today we went to find out what did the pulmonologist think about all the different test results. And the pulmonologist thinks that due to her age and the fact that it doesn't really make a lot of sense, and that so on a PET scan, what they do is they put in the nuclear tracer, so it's like radiated glucose or whatever, and they have this scale. It's called the SUV, which stands for standard uptake value, because cancer really likes sugar. I don't exactly know why, but they like sugar. So that's why they put it in glucose, because when they give you this glucose, any like living tissue is going to, like, certain types of cells are going to want that. Like your brain really wants it. So like if you get a PET scan, your brain's going to light up because your brain's going to suck up all the glucose they just administered. Um, and masses also suck up that glucose. And the scale has different values and whatnot. And Trinity's, like at a 2.5, they assume malignancy. They assume cancer. The 3 by 3 by 2 mass in Trinity's lung came in at a 2.4. So, not an automatic assumption, but enough for the pulmonologist to say that he wants a biopsy, which is makes me happy, because I'm like, I don't like, the radiologist is like, rescan in 6 months, and I'm like, rescan in 6 months? What do you mean rescan in 6 months? What, we're just going to ignore it for half a year and hope it's nothing? We're going to hope it's nothing. No, we're not. So the pulmonologist has ordered a biopsy. So now we have to wait for our insurance approval, because that's always so fun. Luckily, we have our Susan, which is Trinity's case manager with the insurance, and I let her know what the pulmonologist is wanting to do. So she normally fights our battles for us. If you have a complicated medical thing going on with your child, with yourself, or something, and you're just like overwhelmed and it's a lot, or you're getting a lot of denials and stuff, I strongly suggest contacting your insurance and seeing if they have case managers, because we have not seen a single decline since Trinity got a case manager. We're used to, I would have to fight for everything they wanted to do for her medically. I had to fight the insurance to get it approved. Since we got Susan, our case manager, that is not the case. Susan does my battles. I don't have to do nothing. Well, I let her know what's going on, and she handles it. So now we're just waiting on the insurance approval, and then they'll schedule the biopsy. So what they're going to do for Trinity, they're going to put her to sleep, and then once she's asleep, they'll send a scope down through her nose, and they will extract pieces of the whatever it is, and then biopsy it from there. And then once we have that information, we'll know what our next steps are. I'm hoping that doesn't take too long, because the pulmonologist will not clear her for school until we have a better idea of what's going on. So we're hoping this can be expedited. So I sent a message to Susan. It was at the end of the day, so I hadn't heard back from her. So I'm assuming I'll hear back from her tomorrow morning. And she can hopefully get that ball moving quickly, since the goal was to try to get to Trinity to have a more normal, stable life, is like the current goal. Like, I feel weird saying that that's the current goal for my 23-year-old, but we just want her to have a normal life, and she hasn't had one in a while. So I'm hoping that she can expedite all that. I do know that when we do go in for the biopsy, it will be on a Wednesday. He does his procedures on Wednesday afternoon. I think I need to turn the light off. It's getting dark fast. Does that help? Can I see better? Oh, I'm not in my normal chair. I'm in a normal chair, and so I can't just slide around. So sorry about the noise. So you don't realize how much you move your canvas to diamond paint until you're trying to film it, and you're like, oh, I can't move it. Oh, I can't move it. So I'm hoping that we can get that done. I don't remember what day school starts. Probably check into that. She got frustrated with the website when we were trying to look into if they had requested anything for financial aid and all that good stuff. And then after we went to the pulmonologist appointment, oh, and weirdly enough, because Trinity's always so exhausted, um, like she sleeps more than no teenagers and young adults can sleep a lot, but she makes those look like they're not sleeping at all. She can sleep like a baby for hours and hours and hours. Like go to bed at 9:30, 10, and sleep till noon, and then want to take a nap in the afternoon. So they are doing a narcolepsy test, because then if it's not narcolepsy and then they find out it's not the chest thing, then they'll know it's this other thing that he called something hyper insomnia or something. I don't know. He did give her meds to take for that for 2 weeks to see if it helps with how tired she is. Because it could be because she's been on so many meds that they just make her tired. We're not sure. So he's like, let's just cover all our bases. So we'll try those meds for 2 weeks. And I didn't even have to go to a pharmacy. He's like, here's the sample. Take these and let me know. I'm like, all right. Not for me, but for her. And like, I wish I could swap places with her and it'd be me that's sick and her have the normal life. I would do it in a heartbeat. But I can't. So where did that just go? I heard it fall. Aha, right there. But unfortunately, I can't take her place. All I can do is be there and hold her hand through everything. And so then, after the pulmonologist appointment, we had her cardiologist appointment. Is this supposed to be here? Yep. But the cardiologist appointment went fabulous. It went fabulous today, people. Fabulous. He has completely cleared her on her heart. We don't have to see him for 6 months. And basically, he's only keeping her on his schedule. So, because the heart and lung are so interconnected, that if something goes wrong, we don't have to start over with a new cardiologist. We get to keep him because me and Trinity really like Dr. Lamprey, which is the cardiologist. So we get to keep him. He's not going anywhere. And the pulmonologist said if he switched practices, he would take Trinity with him. So yay. I'm like, people got to stop leaving me. Y'all need to just stay where you're at so Trinity can have the continuity of care. I mean, come on. Come on. The good news is she's liking the new primary care doctor. She's only seen her once, but she talked to her, so I'm calling it a win. Because the last one, her contract didn't get renewed, so she no longer works at the practice. I'm like, what? What? No! So that's all the update on the Trinity thing. So now it's a wait and see game. Wait and see game. But we got one of the 2 clearances we needed for college. The cardiologist says, I don't care if she goes to college. He goes, the pulmonologist might have a problem with it. I was like, all right. But last year it was the cardiologist who said, absolutely not. I was like, okay. Okay. So we'll see. Hoping they can get things done quickly enough that she can just go. It's like she signed up for like a band class and she loves music. Loves all music. And then some general ed classes that she needs to get for no matter which degree she goes for. And it's gonna be a pretty good schedule, boy. We had it lined up. I was not mad at the schedule, I'll say that. So we'll see. We shall see. I've spent all morning worried to death that this new pulmonologist was going to tell me, oh, we'll just wait and see. And my little mama bear self was going, "Oh Lord, I don't want to wait and see." I mean, I understand sometimes the waiting and seeing, but Trinity has given me a run for my money on stuff. Since she got sick when she was 16, every time we think we're good, I go do a check for something and come back with something else. And I'm like, the wait and see scares me to death. I mean, last year, I thought I was going to lose her for a few days. I was like, this is unacceptable. Luckily, we got things sorted out, and she got to come home after 2 weeks. But it was hard stuff. I mean, she was on 20 liters of high flow oxygen at 100% for 2 weeks. Well, for a week, and then after they got the fluid out of her lungs, um, they were able to slowly wean her. But then we couldn't get the tachycardia to stop, and so then they were like, "Why does she have the tachycardia?" It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. But we thought we were on the mend. Seriously, we thought we were on the mend, and then we find this thing in our lung. I'm like, this was supposed to be just a clearance CT, just to, you know, keep the new guy happy. But the way I look at it is, God works in mysterious ways, and if they found something and they found it early, I'm going to kiss this new doctor's face. Kiss his face. uh, that's what we did today. And then Trinity was adamant she was getting Wingstop today. And I'm like, oh, okay, you can have Wingstop. So we went to Wingstop. And then we got me pizza because that's my favorite. And then we came home. And then before this, I had filmed a money video. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to move this canvas, turn on the air conditioner, change the light. I had to readjust. So then on our way home, we got stuck on the freeway. There was a brush fire in the median. Like, if you're coming south on 99 from like Madera to Chowchilla, it goes down from 3 lanes to 2 lanes, and it's always congested there anyways. Well, like no sooner did you get past that, they had an ale is an ale. Then they had downgraded us to like 1 lane. So like, and you know how people are, and it was like rush hour traffic, and so it was a nightmare to get home. I was like, this is not a good time. So it took us forever to get home. I think I was saying I was just filming. Yeah, I was going to talk about that next. It's right before I sat down to film this. I filmed probably the hardest the hardest video I've ever had to film, because I went and got the prices of every premium kit I have purchased, and I threw in a couple of my budget kits to get to 100 kits. So I own more than what's there, and we're not even going to go there, okay? Because I didn't see Cracked Leaf, I didn't see Violet Icing or Escape from Eden on that list. Dear God, okay. And so I listed like the price you see online. So like if you go to the Diamond Art Club website, it says, okay, this kit costs $54.99. Okay, cool. But it doesn't really cost $54.99, because if you buy 2 kits, you're going to save on shipping. So you're not going to have that extra shipping. If you get to a certain a dollar amount, you don't pay shipping. If you get to a certain, what am I doing? I'm looking for the 5. That's what I was doing. If you get to a certain dollar amount, you don't pay for shipping. You can use points and take money off. There are sometimes sales, so that's not really the price. You know what I mean? So I went through and wrote down like the retail price of each of those kits. If I like I know I bought Serafina when it had already been like marked down. So I put the markdown costs on that, but um I put down their prices. Like what are they saying that these cost? Woo, of every kit I own that I could, go on the spreadsheet. Like I just said, I just realized I missed a few, but I mean, there's 100 kits on it, okay? A few budget kits on there, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of budget kits on there. Because on my Ride With Me video a few weeks ago, I was talking about, how much have I spent on diamond painting, and like, ooh, it made me like stop and go, oh, and I was just doing averages in my head, and I was like, oh no, Fluffy. And so I went, and I mean, and then I went through and looked up my invoices for what I actually paid, and I listed that in my so. Anyways, so and then I spread. I filmed myself discussing how much money I have spent on diamond painting in the last 24 months, and then I gave myself a budget for the rest of 2024, and I created what I feel is a more reasonable budget for 2025. Now, that is, it's embarrassing to admit how much money you spent. It's just a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing when you look at it and you go, oh, and I mean, I have not spent more than a lot of people. I don't feel like I'm on either end of the spectrum. I don't think I am the most, um, what's the word, frugal of shoppers, nor am I the most extravagant of shoppers. I think I'm probably, I hope, somewhere in the middle. I hope. I mean, there's no way for me to know that, but um, that video was hard and like it's a little bit embarrassing. I mean, and that's just kits. It's not including anything else. It is kits only. Why is it so dark in here? I feel like it is super dark all of a sudden. I hope y'all can see. Um, but embarrassing. But I filmed it, so I hope people are nice to me. I'm afraid people are going to be so mean. Like every time I put up a stash video, I'm always worried that people are going to be mean. And I'm like, my stash isn't even as big as a lot of people's. And I do a lot of diamond painting kits a month. And I've been on my no buy for a very long time. Yeah. We don't have to go with the fact that I broke my no buy. But my no buy is up soon because Amazon Prime Day is happening next week, like the 16th, 17th, I believe. And I'm kind of wondering if there will be any deals at like the Diamond Art Club stuff on there or no. So I might come off my no buy there. And I know that I want to probably purchase from this year's Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday. I think Jade has something Thursday. I don't know. I don't remember. But so I gave myself a budget for the rest of this year and then a budget for next year. And then that will be a monthly series of did I stick to my budget? How much did I spend? And I'm only doing diamond painting kits because I've already reined in my um, spending on diamond painting storage trays. I've stopped being excessive there. And like I'm not buying washi tape anymore. I'm doing the whiteboard tape because hey, I like it better. I think it just kind of disappears, and I'm not having to find like complementary or contrasting tape. It's less expensive, and so it works for me. And I like that it's thinner too. So But that video, I mean, it's embarrassing. Like, the numbers will shock you. Well, they shocked me. Maybe they won't shock you. They shocked me, and I was like, you need to buy more budget kits, heifer. I was like, oh, maybe I should buy more budget kits. And so, I mean, that's just for diamond paintings alone. So, if I get a wild hair at my tissue to buy something that's not a diamond painting, it's not from that budget. I'm already making the rules now because I'm like, I need to know. But I mean, I've made it pretty. I feel like I've done semi decent on my no buy. I've been on a no buy since before I took my hiatus in August of last year. And since I started the no buy, I don't remember when it was. Excuse me, are you supposed to be there? You are supposed to be there. Where did that one go? I feel like my lighting just went poopy. Just poopy, I tell you, poopy. And I don't know why. I don't know why the lighting went so bad. It's like it's still light outside. But it's like the sun is going down. I just feel like the light went poopy. It went poopy, and I don't have everything drug out my other lamp, and I might have to go grab it, but I need to like stand up and look at see what y'all are seeing. But that involves me standing up. Let me finish my fives, and then we'll do it. Oh, yeah, but that was embarrassing. And I keep saying, do I share it? I'm gonna share it. Film the dang thing. Did the work. Oh, but I'm like, people are gonna be mean to me. I don't want people to be mean to me. I don't wanna. I do want to. But it did make me realize that like the difference that the like the bigger shops like Diamond Art Club and stuff are able to give discounts. And I'm not paying extra for like shipping and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, that's why I own more Diamond Art Clubs, is I'm not paying shipping on it. I just have to be smarter in my purchases and make sure I'm hitting the thresholds if they have them to get free shipping. I feel like diamond is popping right there. It might be I just didn't stick it in good enough because I was rushing that last color before I left earlier today. So I'm like, I don't know if it's, I think I just need to like have my wish list ready, and when certain companies are having a sale, go. And I know I want, what I think I need to do actually, guys, I think what I need to do is list every diamond painting company that I know, right? That has licensed artwork. And then list ones I have not purchased from yet. Like mark them. And then my first purchases back should be from companies I haven't tried before, right? Don't you think? I think, but I don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I know I'm ready to spend money. How's that? I am ready to spend some money. I'm not allowed to just yet. I gotta make it through July. All I keep hearing in my head is that old song, "If we make it through December." And it's not even that I don't have the money. It's that I did the math. I did the math and I don't want to mess it up. That makes my little accounting heart very unhappy, because then it would technically not be a full 2 years. All that data would be invalid, and no. So we're just gonna not spend anything for the rest of July, and then I have the mini budget between August 1st and December 31st. I missed a K. And I just, in my head, heard, every kiss begins with K. My brain is a weird place, y'all. It's a weird place. A weird, weird place. I do not recommend visiting. It's the kind of jukebox playing all kinds of stuff. 24/7. Oh, look how perfect this laid. Oh, love it. Gotta love me some ABs. These green ABs are just probably some of my favorite ABs. This is the 108 AB. It makes me happy. Did I like double tap this to double tap focus? I hope I've been in focus. I will be so sad if I go to edit this video and it was not in focus and I have to like scratch it. I recorded a video this morning and I think I was too sad. I was too sad this morning. So I think I'm going to scratch it and just get rid of the video. And then I thought I saw another 2 and now I don't see another 2. Am I crazy? That one doesn't want to lay down. So you can go right here real quick. Let me go fix that one. There, you're in. So I think I was just real sad. I was like so nervous before we went to Trinity's appointments. And I was trying to do this fun video and I feel like it was fake. So I think I'm going to scratch it. Just scratch it. Just scratch it. Throw it out. And I will re-record me answering those questions now that I'm not worried that they're just going to tell me, oh, well, wait and see if your kid has an issue or not. So I am so glad that that doctor was like, oh, no, they're not playing that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for not playing that game. That game makes me, oh, no, Fluffy. Well, I just needed one of you. You fell out. And over here. One of you sitting right side up. You are. Where did it go? Right there. Oh, where did it go? Okay. There is something awry with this container. There. The hyphen is right here. So I think my best bet is just scratch it, refill it like tomorrow or later tonight or something when I'm not stressing. I'm not stressed anymore. I feel better. I mean, was it perfect news that I wanted to hear? No. I want to hear she's perfectly fine. Everything's great. Have a great day. This was a mystery. No, that would be awesome, but it's not what happened. But we are having a doctor who is being proactive and making sure she's going to remain okay and hopefully not have any more problems. And I think that's as good as I can ask it to be at this point in time. So I'm going to take it and be happy. And we will assume the best until we know anything else. We have our next steps. We have stuff going on. Oh, did I say this? I don't know if I've already mentioned this. Did I tell you they're going to test Trinity for narcolepsy? Narcolepsy. I'm like, he asked me about the test. I'm like, well, they did the sleep study. She doesn't have sleep apnea. He goes, no, I'm worried that she has narcolepsy. And I looked at him. I said, no, what? I know what it is. And he goes, well, she's so tired. He goes, there's a test we can do. He goes, and it's done during the day, and we see how well she can stay up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. He goes, and then he goes, if not, he goes, it gives me a good indication of another problem. He goes, he's testing for one allows me to test for. If that is ruled out, it tells me it is something else. And I'm like, okay, so we also are getting a test for that done. And he looked at her and he goes, don't worry about it. He goes, they're just going to offer you 5 naps. And she's like, all right. I'm like, now that's like a test I can pass. You're going to offer me 5 naps. I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know how they test. I've never looked that up. So now I'm like, kind of curious. I'm going to offer her naps. She's going to get offered some naps. I thought that was weird. Thought that was super weird. Okay, think we're good with that? Most likely not. Most likely I will have missed something and I'll have to come back to it, but we're calling it a win. Calling it a win, y'all. So, I mean, I have angry dogs. Angry dogs. Is there someone on a boat? There's someone on a boat. 9 times out of 10, when my dogs go crazy, there is someone on a boat. I don't understand why they think someone in a paddle boat on the lake is going to bother us, but Dip don't like it. She thinks they need to take their little tushies home. Ah, so it's so Tuesday. We were supposed to go have Trinity's spine MRI done tomorrow, but they had to reschedule that to later in the month. So now I have an unexpected day off because I thought I was going all the way to Hanford because that was like the only place that had an opening or whatever. And then something happened, and so it got rescheduled. But then when they rescheduled it, it's closer. So I'm like, woo, buddy, I don't have to drive as far, and I don't have to take a whole day off for this, or half day or whatever. So I now have a full day off tomorrow that I was not anticipating. I'm like, well, isn't that lovely? Whatever shall I do? Well, there are some things I need to do around the house and whatnot, and I really need to go do some yard work. But it's so bloody hot here. I really don't want to do the yard work. It was like 109 when we were driving home. Ugh. Did I tell you there was a brush fire? I don't know if I got interrupted. It was a brush fire coming home on the freeway. So, like, there was all these fire trucks and stuff. I know. I don't even know. I'm so relieved that he's being proactive, but I'm still like, oh my gosh, it's another test. It's another test. It's another thing. And I'm like, okay. But staying positive. We are staying positive. If it kills me. If it kills me, I'm going to stay positive. Trinity says, until they tell me one way or another, it doesn't exist. Oh, okay. I can buy that. Like, it isn't anything until it has a name. Okay. She goes, if they can't identify it, it doesn't exist. And I'm kind of like going in my head, but we can see it. They showed it to us. I saw the pictures. I saw the little moving picture. I synced it. I synced it. But she goes, but it's not identified, so it's not real yet. I'm like, okie dokie. That's how you want to do it. You do it. I'm super curious how they test for narcolepsy now. I'm like, what is involved in that? They offer you naps, is what he said. Now I'm gonna have to Google it. Gonna have to Google it. My mom was telling me that my brother's ex-girlfriend from back in the day, her dad had narcolepsy. I was like, I don't recall that. I'm like, I think she doesn't really think she has narcolepsy. She's doing the test to rule out, and then assumes it's something else. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. But proactive with the pulmonologist, clearance from the cardiologist. I'm calling it a good day. I am calling it a good day. And I got pizza. It's a great day. So, oh, mercy. I feel like I've been talking for 2 hours. I'm probably been talking for like 10 minutes, maybe longer. I'm not sure. I haven't really done a lot this last week of any, like, nothing fun at least. Booked my niece's ticket. She's coming out. Well, my older niece, Sierra, who I call the Peanut, because when she was a baby, like when she was born, my brother was in the military at that time, And so my sister-in-law was in the hospital alone, and she had watched one too many Hallmark movies. And she was convinced that while she was sleeping in the hospital, someone was going to steal her baby. So I went in, and the first night she had her, and I spent the night in the room sitting up holding that baby in my arms. So if the baby wasn't in my sister-in-law's, she didn't have her, I had her. We never put her down. And so, like, the entire time she was in the hospital, she was in my arms, my parents' arms, or Heather's arms. That was it. I think we let the nurse hold her a couple of times to do some things, but someone went with her. Because that was like her biggest fear. She's like, they're going to steal my baby. I told her, you need to stop watching Hallmark movies, or what are those called? Um, what's that channel? Oh, not Hallmark. What is it? Lifetime Movie Network. Don't watch that stuff. Ah. But when I was holding her, she was like squished up like in the shape of a peanut all night. So she spent her first night on this planet sleeping in my arms, and she's been my peanut ever since. And she is now 19. Trinity is 23. Yeah, she just turned 19. And so she is flying out to see us on the 21st. She'll be here for a week. We have some fun plans in the mix. I'm excited. I think we're going to go play bingo up at Chicken Ranch. I'm like, yeah, I love me some bingo. I'm like a little old lady when it comes to that. I'm like, take me to bingo. My mom was making a joke about dating, and I was sitting there thinking, if I could find a man who'd take me to bingo every other week, I might date again. I love bingo. Uh, just really enjoy it. I don't know why. And it was like, I've always enjoyed it. Like, I remember I went to bingo with my mom one time when I was like not old enough to be in the casino. And we had a good time. We had a good time. But and we had to be 18 to play at Chicken Ranch. So Miss Priss can go with us. And then I think we're going to probably take her to the ocean and all that good stuff. We'll have a good time. I'm going to try to put a vlog together, but my mother is anti-camera anything. She doesn't want her picture taken. She doesn't want to be on video. She's just no. So we have to make sure we edit her out. Uh, that's upcoming. I'm excited about that. And then is there anything else exciting happening in my world? If I haven't said it already, Ashley got the news she's cancer free. We beat breast cancer, y'all. Woohoo! Super excited about that. Told me, she's like, I need a bestie weekend. I'm like, I need a bestie sleepover too. I go, you need to come on down here. And then my grandbaby, she turned 8 months. Let me see if I got the new picture. And y'all see my new, isn't her adorable? She's always the background of my watch so I can look at her. She is so pretty. I have the prettiest grandbaby, I tell you. Oh, she's pretty. And she's starting to talk. She can say mama and dada. They send me videos, and I'm like, I need to go to Oregon. But it is not the time to go to Oregon. And Jasmine said she is not coming to California in this weather. She said, you can forget that. She sent me a text the other day. What's a group text to me and Trinity? And it was like a screenshot of the weather. And it said, I mean, it was bad. It was real bad. And she's like, are y'all okay down there? I'm like, yep, we're fine. And she's like, I would die. And I'm like, you lived in it. And she goes, no, I would die. I feel like my lines are all crooked because I can't see. What is happening? Is it this right here that's messing everything up? It is. What did happen? Ah. Ha. Fix it. Fixed it. Like, my lines are all crooked. How long have I been filming? 45 minutes. I'm going to call y'all because there's something wrong with my lighting. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a hell of a time seeing because I am old. And it's time for me to figure something else out and get this edited. And I think it's time for me to eat my pizza I brought home. It's time for me to eat my pizza. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll tell you more about Miss Trinity's updates when I know more about Miss Trinity's updates. They'll of course be a fun, hopefully, by me vlog once Miss Sierra, aka the Peanut, gets here. And until next time, I don't know. Oh, I have to do all the things. If you would not mind doing all the things, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and booping my snoot. If you're new here, booping the snoot just means hitting the like button. It's a quick, very easy way for you to support the channel, and I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, leave me a comment. If you made it to the end of this video, any kind of flower. Aren't the flowers looking cool? To me, these look like geraniums. I'm not sure if what they're supposed to be, but it looks like a geranium right here. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, also feel free to share this video with anyone you think might enjoy it. And as always, if you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's also quick, easy, and free, and I think you're doubly awesome when you do that. I could not speak for a second. Oh my goodness. But that's what I have for you today. I'm going to figure some stuff out. And until next time, I love y'all. Bye-bye.